Hey guys, it's SYF 2000 again, and I'll be doing the Lamborghini Murciélago comparison between Hot Wheels and Maisto today. So this video is made just right after the unboxing of the Murciélago. If you watched my previous video, I am doing this right now because I don't think I have time in the future or like in the next few days to do it, and the sun is out right now, pretty bright, so I'm just going to do it now. So first things first, the main difference between Maisto and Hot Wheels / Bburago, because Hot Wheels uses a Bburago mold. One big thing is the scale. Maisto clearly follows the 1/18 scale, as you can see. The size, the length, the dimensions are accurate. Whereas if you put it next to a Hot Wheels or Bburago, in this case, I'm just gonna say Bburago because it's easier to find a Bburago model. You can tell the size difference. The Bburago is just a bit smaller in dimensions, but in terms of the width and wideness, you can see the front of the car. The Bburago has a smaller width. Let me just bring this up for you. And then the paint quality on this model is not that good because, like as explained, it's a pre-loved model. So you can tell that. Hold on a minute, wait for it to focus. Oops, focus. Okay. And you can tell that it's a bit smaller than the Maisto. That's for the front. For the lights, and the wheels, the wheels is much smaller compared to the Maisto. The lights, there are two bulbs, whereas the Maisto is also the same, but it's more reflective. I'm not sure whether this is due to the aging issues of the model, because this is much older and it's not really, and it's like, yeah, it's pre-loved, that's why the paint is that bad. So I'm not really gonna compare in terms of the quality wise, but in terms of the features in this video. But I've seen unboxings of this car and the paint is actually amazing. The light blue is reflective even though it's still like 10 plus years old, but there are bubbles that I cannot control. It just happens. So in terms of the Maisto, the paint quality is fresh. See, it's reflective, shiny. You can see the purple. However, it's still not as sharp. It's blurrish, unlike Hot Wheels Elite models or Ultra or Kyosho's. So let's compare the wheels. Like I said, the dimensions. You can clearly tell Maisto wheels are bigger. In terms, both front and back wheels, front and rear wheels are extremely has an extreme difference. That's quite sad to see because the Hot Wheels model actually offers more detail. I'm not sure about the Bburago because Hot Wheels takes the mold of the Bburago, but they still add extra features onto it. That's why the interior and the disc brakes and brake calipers are very well detailed. You can see the rims all freshly cut and no any side of like factory manufacturing like errors or like materials being a bit cheap. Whereas the Maisto, the disc brakes are very reflective and it looks like they're not really made nicely. The brake calipers are somewhat the same, but I will still prefer the brake calipers of the Hot Wheels. It's like clearly much more detailed, but then Maisto is still like the better model in terms of because of the proportion wise. So we go to the doors. it doesn't stay up because it's old, but I've seen some people doing reviews and unboxings of this car where it's brand new. It doesn't really hold up that well, and when they shake it slightly, it will drop. So for the interior, because this is a Hot Wheels model, it may be much more well detailed than the Bburago. So yellow seats. Look at the dashboard, is not bad. You can see the aircon, the steering wheel. So going the other side, you see the Lamborghini badge in the middle. Steering wheel. So there's one thing I discovered on this model after I unboxed it. I'll show it to you later. I'm just gonna show the interior of the Maisto one right now. Sorry, I'll move my camera a bit. Okay. So this interior may not be as sharp as the one that Hot Wheels made, because yeah, it's Hot Wheels. You can clearly tell it's very plasticky. The materials, the way it reflects, you can tell it's a plastic, made of plastic in one look. However, a lot of good details are still put in it, like the seat belts painted red, the gauges. However, I don't really like the what do you call this, the gear, the handle, because it's just full one plastic chrome piece. Is not that nice. Aircon vents, overall it looks nice from far, but if you take a closer look, the whole dashboard, everything is a very plasticky feel, whereas the Hot Wheels much more detailed and looks more realistic in a sense. So for that, I'll give the Hot Wheels the point in terms of interior. So before going to the engine, I'm going to start from the hood. So to get the hood out for this, as you can see, the doors drop easily because it's loose, but the hood is extremely tight. I'm going to dig out. Okay, so what you see in the front is it's just one plastic piece, not much, but you can see these vents engraved into plastic, or like molded as a part of the plastic. Just this texture to make it feel like it's carpety, but still a budget model. So whereas for the Maisto, for the front, I'm not sure why it's not focusing automatically. Something is wrong with my video or something. So the front, in terms of texture, is different from the Hot Wheels. It doesn't have any vents here or anything, and it doesn't have a texture. It's just one black plastic, smooth black plastic. So, and it's not really that well made. That's why you can see the gaps here. So in terms of the hood, Hot Wheels gets the point. But in terms of I forgot to mention the wheels. In terms of details of the brake calipers and the brake discs, Hot Wheels will get the point. Not sure why it's not focusing. My camera is weird. So, but for size of the wheels, Maisto gets the point. We'll look at the front grille. You see, in this case, Maisto uses a sticker, where Hot Wheels uses actually a real plastic piece that can you hear the sound? It's a textured plastic piece. However, I'll still prefer the Maisto because it looks more realistic, even though it's a sticker. And even though it's a sticker, you can hear there's still a bit of texture to it. For the lights, Maisto compared to Hot Wheels. Maybe because of the OH, Hot Wheels doesn't look as nice as the Maistos. So now we'll take a look at the engine. So I can't really compare the engine that much because this is a roadster and this is just a normal road car. So I'll start off with the back. There's a very big difference in terms of the tail lights. Maybe because this is old model. Actually, I think both tail lights are the same. If you can see, if it focuses. Yeah, both of the rear lights are actually same, made the same material, I think. It's not focusing. So yeah, both are actually made, like, I think they produce it the same way using the same plastic, but there's one slight difference. The one on the Hot Wheels, the pattern of the plastic, it just goes downwards, whereas the one on the Maisto is a crisscross pattern, if you can see. In terms of exhaust, the Hot Wheels model, it wins because it's more realistic. You can see the depth of the exhaust pipe compared to the Maisto, which is just one chrome plastic piece. And the exhaust on the Hot Wheels version is much more detailed. So Maisto wins for the rear lights, where Hot Wheels wins for the exhaust. We'll go to the engine right now. So for the Maisto, since it's a roadster, it has an extra crossbar or just bar to support. And most of the engine is just molded plastic with like a carbon fiber texture. You can tell they're trying to make it look like carbon fiber. And just silver plastic paint, like painted silver plastic. And there's still depth to it, so that's good. When we come to the Hot Wheels version, I think it's based off of Bburago. Because of OH, the Lamborghini badge, the chrome is gone, but if it's brand new, the Lamborghini badge is actually quite detailed. And you can see another Lamborghini sign here, another emblem. So the chrome has faded in terms of the engine block. And these pipes here are all black. Not really much detail to it. They could actually make some effort to paint it silver, add some extra details to it, like the Maisto. Yeah. So that's for the engine. There's something I discovered about the Hot Wheels model last night. I was like opening the engine, and I realized that this could be opened up. I think these are the, I'm not sure. Sorry, I didn't do my research. I'm not sure what this is. I think in the air vents that will open up if the Murciélago reaches a certain speed. But there's one big problem. These vents cannot be opened up if the engine cover is closed. And that means I have to open the engine cover before I can open these vents up. And when they are open, I can't close the engine cover. So that's one problem with it. So I cannot display it with the vents open. I'll show now when I close it. You have to be really careful. This thing doesn't really budge sometimes. When I close it, see, I cannot really open it. I can't force my way out. If I force my way out, the engine cover will come out. Whereas on the Maisto, I'm not sure whether because this is a roadster, there's no way you can open the vent. There's no vent here. It's just one molded metal piece. So now I'll go to the bottom of the car. So this is the Maisto version. You can see the suspension working very well. They even bothered to paint this part of the engine, transmission, engine block. You can see the exhaust, very well detailed and deep in chassis, axles and stuff. Turns very well. And for the Hot Wheels version, there's less detail at the bottom compared to the Maisto. There's no extra detail of paints and everything, more coverage of plastic coverage, and the front axle is less detailed and all plain made in just black material. And for the engine block, you can't really see as much compared to the Maisto. However, Hot Wheels has still a better exhaust, which is quite weird. So it's like both models have pros and cons, and I really wish that I could shift all the pros to one car. That would be much nicer. So they put very little, they put lesser effort into the chassis for Hot Wheels, but still has nicer exhaust. Sorry if this is a long video. You might want to like skip some parts because I may repeat some stuff, but I think this is the end of my video. So this is the comparison between the Maisto Lamborghini and the Hot Wheels / Bburago. I really hope this video helped you guys out in deciding which model you want to buy. Personally, I prefer the Maisto because of proportionate wise and other features as well. However, Hot Wheels, even though like Bburago, even though the wheels are smaller and doesn't really look nice in terms of proportion, you still can consider buying it in terms of the rarity and the extra detail they put into brake discs and stuff and the interior. Overall, Maisto wins. However, Hot Wheels is still better in terms of the brake discs, brake calipers, interior, as well as the exhaust pipe. Other than that, Maisto tops the other model. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Sorry if I made this video very long. I want to die already. I'm gonna die.